It's only 8 a.m., and I'm sure most of us have probably checked our phones once or twice, if not a lot more. It's become a subconscious habit for many people to check their phones, and we don't even really think about it. Just last week, I caught myself in a waiting room, and I was checking my phone, and I had no idea why. I didn't have no notifications, I didn't have any messages, but it was just a habit for me to pick up my phone and look at it. Checking our phones has become subconscious for many people, and it greatly affects our ability to focus on tasks. This is why I propose that you should start turning off your cell phone while you're studying or working on an important project. Cell phone addiction may sound like a made-up phrase that your parents would use to get you off of your phone, but research is showing that more and more people are affected by this as technology becomes more central in our lives. Now, addiction has a lot of harsh connotations that come with it, but it can also be used in a more general, broad term, such as what's defined in Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Addiction as a strong inclination to do, use, or indulge in something repeatedly. In this case, you are indulging in the use of your phone repeatedly. In the article Invisible Addiction, Cell Phone Activities and Addiction Among Male and Female College Students, many college campuses across the U.S. were surveyed, and they found that students use their phones more than expected. They use their phones for up to 10 hours a day combined. Now that's a lot of time that could be spent doing more productive things, especially when we're in school. We have a lot of studying and work to be doing. We might feel like we're in control, texting our friends, checking emails, etc. But all of this becomes kind of a force of habit, and we're not as in control as we think. Our excessive usage, when paired with our strong attachment to our phones and unprovoked interactions with our phones, all show signs of addiction to your phone. Unprovoked interactions would be checking your phone even if you don't hear the sound or the vibration of a notification. Picking up it just to check if somebody posted something new on Instagram or if there happened to be new Snapchat stories. These are all unprovoked interactions with your phone. Randy Sandstone, in his article, Cell Phones, the Psychosocial Risks, surveyed people in 10 countries across Europe and North America to see how many people actually qualify as being addicted to their cell phones. And he consistently found that 26 to 30% of people are addicted to their cell phones, with excessive use, and many reporting that if they misplaced their phone for a day, they would be severely distressed. And I'm sure many of you would be as well. Now, although having an addiction to your phone may seem like a more harmless addiction to have, it can actually be detrimental to your productivity. It decreases your ability to do work, it divides your attention between multiple things, and it prolongs the tasks that you're doing, making you spend much more time doing work than you need to be. In an article called Mobile Phone Distraction While Studying, P. David discusses that when you get a phone notification, your train of thought jumps from one thing to another, and getting back to that original thought takes as long as 90 seconds. So if you're studying for 1 hour and you get 3 or 4 notifications, that 90 seconds adds up quickly, and that doesn't even include the amount of time spent reading and responding to those notifications. Multitasking as well is something that we really underestimate. Many people think that they can be reading a textbook and having a conversation with their friends and still be focused on both, when in reality, your brain can't process information like that. When you have one task at hand, you can focus 100% of your brain power on it. But in several studies done, they found that when you have 2 tasks, your brain can only assign 10% of its brain power to each task, and the other 80% is just focusing on keeping track of the 2 and making sure that you're not neglecting one of them. It's a very disorganized way of getting work done, and it's actually much less productive. Now, this subconscious habit is something that's very hard to break, so you have to take action and stick with it. While some people might think putting their phone on mute would solve the problem, an article by S.H. Kang called Reach for Your Cell Phone at Your Own Risk says that so many people have the subconscious habit to reach for their phone and check it, that even when it's on mute, you'll find yourself opening it up and looking at messages, even if you have no notifications. Alison Shields suggests a more drastic change. In her article, Is It Time for a Digital Detox?, she suggests setting limits for yourself. If you have important tasks that you really need to focus on, you should eliminate all technology if possible. This helps your brain focus completely on what you're doing, and over time will become habit. Your brain will want to focus in those important situations and will not be as distracted by the technology. Now, it's not the most appealing course of action, especially at our age when we have so many friends trying to contact us all the time and so many updates on social media. But if you're trying to be productive and successful, this is your best bet. So, I suggest that when you're studying for finals these coming weeks, that you take the jump and turn off your phone before you start studying.